Hello and namaste. Today we are going to talk about the WannaCry global cyber attack, and if you have not subscribed our channel yet, please subscribe. If your computer is running on Microsoft Windows, you need to take these steps right over here. So why, in case you have not heard, hackers exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft's Windows servers to execute a large-scale global cyber attack on Friday using ransomware, a malicious software that holds your computer hostage for ransom, and a hacking tool stolen from the US National Security Agency. The massive attack left victims locked out of their PCs with a promise of restored access if $300 was paid in digital currency Bitcoin, and a threat of destroyed files if the ransom is not met. Thus far, at least 200,000 computers have been infected in more than 150 countries, leaving everything from business and governments to academic institutions, hospitals, and ordinary people affected. The malware, which spreads like a worm, is transmitted through a phishing email containing a compressed encrypted file. Since the file is encrypted, security systems do not identify the ransomware called WannaCry Decryptor until after it is downloaded. WannaCry Decryptor, a next-generation version of the WannaCry ransomware, gains access to a given device once the malware-filled file is downloaded. It then encrypts data, locks down the system, and demands ransom. Ransomware does not typically work this quickly, but thanks to a stolen NSA cyber weapon called Eternal Blue, which was made public last month by a hacking group known as the Shadow Brokers, the malware spread rapidly by exploiting a security flaw in Microsoft Windows servers. Make sure your Microsoft Windows server is up to date to be protected from this virus. Microsoft issued a patch in mid-March to fix the hole in Windows 7 and other supported versions of Windows Vista, Server 2008, Server 2008 R2, 8.1, Server 2012, RT 8.1, 10, Server 2012 R2, and Server 2016. But those who did not apply the software update were and still are left exposed to the hack. In the light of the attack, Microsoft rolled out patches to protect older versions of Windows that no longer receive mainstream support from the company, like Windows XP, Windows 8, and Windows Server 2003. Those running on Windows 10 are fine, as their software is not vulnerable to this particular cyber attack. Devices that are potentially susceptible are Windows 7 and Windows Server 2008 and earlier operating systems. Microsoft recommends users upgrade to Windows 10 and install the security update MS-17010. With the update, Windows Defender Antivirus detects the malware ransom WannaCrypt. The company also recommends Device Guard for businesses and Office 365 Advanced Threat Protection for blocking emails carrying malware. The US Computer Emergency Reading Term issued advice on how users can best protect themselves from the recent WannaCry ransomware threat. In addition to being particularly wary of compressed or zip file attachment, CERT recommends using caution when clicking directly on link in email, even if the sender is someone you know. They suggest trying to independently verify web address. Even if you do not actively download the file from a phishing email, your device could be at risk. The ransomware also spreads through file sharing systems or networks. Microsoft explains that the worm-like functionalities of ransomware infects unpatched Windows machines in the local network and executes massive scanning on internet IP addresses to find and infect other vulnerable computers. Infected devices will find the desktop background image replaced with a message calling for the user to follow the instructions until they reach the ransom screen. Here there are two timers, one showing the amount of time left until files will be deleted and the second displaying time until the ransom will increase from $300. At this point, people have two choices: pay up and hope their device is restored, or part ways with the contents of their computer. The US government recommends not paying ransom, as sending out money does not certify the data will be recovered, and scamming to cybercriminals may encourage future attacks. But that's easier said than done when it's your own files that have been hijacked. On Friday evening, the outbreak was slowed by the unintentional finding of a kill switch located in the code of the malicious software. The discovery was made by a UK-based cybersecurity researcher who only identifies themselves as malware tech. While this stopped the malware from spreading, the masterminds behind the attack can easily modify the code to get the ball rolling again. Since Friday, 2 new variations of the malware have been detected. As such, it maintains imperative for people to protect their computers. More common than you would think, the ransomware is common. NPR reports that 40% of spam emails last year contained ransomware attachments, and the ransomware-related extortion industry is growing. In 2015, ransomware victims reported $24 million in total annual cost. Example, ransom tech support security software, Reuters reported last year. In just the first 3 months of 2016, the reported expenses were already at $209 million. General good sense advice is that remotely back up your files on a regular basis. This way you will never have to give in to a ransomware request if and when your device is compromised. And of course, always stay up to date with your computer's software.